So if you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Ashutosh Kapoor, and in 2026, if you are manifesting anything, I have created one clear statement for you to understand: rewiring your brain to stop doom scrolling and manifest your creative goals by improving your productivity. By merely listening to the whole audio, your brain will start rewiring. I'll start with a short story. When I was in 12th, I was in Delhi. I was in Delhi public school. Crazy crowd, elite circles. My father was a doctor. I come from a doctor's family. We have a medical college. But when 12th boards ended and I was about to give my medical entrance exam, my father passed away. I had to take my mom from my first flight to go and see the dead body. This was in Delhi. He was admitted at Gangaram Hospital. I had to put up a story in front of her mother so that she doesn't know anything like this while she's coming on the flight. I had to, say, oh my God, dad is not really keeping well, so they have called us immediately and all of that. But deep down, I knew that father is no more. This is me at 18. I had just turned an adult, and once you cross 20, 22, 23, you realize 18 also is almost a kid. I went to that Karolbagh crematory and I remember putting that fire in my dad's face. Like watching that man since childhood as my hero, as the strongest voice and the most stable masculine, burn in front of me as a piece of skin and bone, and then we have to collect the bone from there. We have to break the skull and come back. That time I was standing up strong. I did not, show any emotion, or maybe I was such a kid that I could not even process the loss. When I returned back, I saw how the medical college lost its principal, how the city lost its doctor. And so many people came in. Everybody started handshaking with me. I knew nothing. I was here in Delhi watching Honey sing songs and doing ashiki, and here so many of them are coming. Some are business contacts, some are civil contacts, some are political contacts, some are locals. And I had to shake hands with everybody, do that namaste and all. So many relatives, so much of dynamics. Next, what did I do in life? At 21, I was still in Delhi. I had started my graduation in journalism. I started my own startup. I became a very dynamic, successful entrepreneur. This is pre-Reels era. And this startup where I was working, it helped me travel to the world. I went to South Korea for conferences and leadership training. I went to Malaysia, Philippines, Bangladesh, not as a tourist, but as a delegate, as an executive, doing some deals with universities. I went to Christ University, Pune University. I went to big schools, DLF, DPSS, the St. Joseph's and Mount Carmels of the country. While this was happening, a call came in and it was informed to us that our uncles are doing Partition. My childhood home was broken. That angan was broken. My whole veranda, the places where I have ran and played cricket, the whole, garden, everything was crushed down. My side, it was just me, my mom, and my sister. And that side, there were men, patriarchal men. They thought we will never be able to rise up, we'll leave, we'll just end up deserted. But with my elder sister, we stood there on the ground, built up the whole new building on our own. Everything. Deep down, digging that sanitation pot of the house, to the electric wiring, to the water, to the ceramic pots, to the electricals, to the plaster, to the sand tractors, to the pebble tractors. Everything we did. The contractors initially tried to fool us. We let go of the contractors. We managed the whole campaign. We built up a real estate property on our own. I came back to Delhi. We had successful 3 events back to back in different cities of India. Once in Mayur Vihar, I was dancing in a shadi, in a wedding, Indian wedding, where my friend's aunt was getting married. In between that wedding song, while the Bharat was entering, a call came in again. I was told that someone very close in our family has been diagnosed with cancer. I was just 22, 23. I had only heard about cancer in news or some other person. But everything that I had heard was happening with me and my life and my people. The whole ground slipped off my feet. Immediately, we had to rush into the ICU. The person was admitted in Bombay hospital. I didn't ask for Mumbai, but I was shifted from Delhi to Mumbai. For next 2 years, all I did was running to the ICU, waiting in fear that anything wrong doesn't happen, going to the blood banks, talking to NGOs, calculating our funds and budget, praying, chanting. Slowly, the company that I had built in Delhi stopped its operations. Mumbai was new. I had nothing to offer to Mumbai. That company closed. Not because it could not make profit, not because it was not a good product that sold. It was loved by everybody. My personality was loved by everybody. But it just got closed. And to keep our family member healthy and safe, I never said this to anybody in the last 10 years of my life. This is probably the first video where I'm talking openly about it. They saw me end like a bad show. They saw my health go down. They saw my face, my personality, my richness go down. They judged me. They stopped becoming my friend. They stopped following me. This is the time when I had joined advertising after my journalism studies. I completed my post-graduation and started working with TikTok India, Colors TV, Star Gold, Abbott, big brands in Bombay. I got a chance to do celebrity anchoring for Farhan Akhtar's concert. Huge ground, and I was the main anchor calling Farhan. Then there were events for Imtiaz Ali. I was invited for a Shirley Sethia concert. I became a TEDx speaker. But all these times, my mental health was going off the charts. Trying to avoid the grief, the loss, and all the trauma and the stress that I was seeing as a young kid. It's called tabula rasa, a clean slate. The child grows, the brain grows and gains and acquires experiences. My experiences right after I turned 18 were too big for me. I don't have an elder brother. I did not have a father. It was really difficult. I joined yoga. My colleague guys judged me. My own family members judged me because we come from a doctor's family. Everybody here is an ICSC pass out, Mount SSC, Mount Carmel, whatnot. Somebody's in Bangalore, somebody's in Arizona, somebody's in Singapore, somebody is in the UK. So obviously ew. But I took my time. And in those times, I wanted to be a creator. I wanted to come back as an entrepreneur. I wanted to be on stage as an anchor, as a poet, as a storyteller. But COVID had happened. All these years, what is that one thing that I feel was missing? Creative guidance. My mind was creative. Whether I could create a startup, whether I could create a conference, whether I could create a video, whether I could create a stage show, whether I could create a script for anchoring, whether I could create a campaign for a brand, my mind was creative. Every time I was creative, there was an emotional attack on me by some situation that life threw at me. Life was my biggest teacher. Every time I tried to go in a long creative discipline, a long creative journey, some new trigger came in. And that trigger distracted me. More than that, after COVID, it was phone addiction. We are all currently struggling not just with mental health, but excess screen time. More than that, it was short videos addiction. Last 1 to 2 years, I have built 30,000 followers on Instagram. But I have taken a conscious decision to shift to YouTube and become a long-form creator and serve my people long-form content where they have high intention and long attention span. I just don't want to spoil your brain by... The thing that we all lack is the creative guidance. Analytical, you know it. Technical, you know it. Business, you know it. Anything that involves information, rationalizing, you know it. But there's one thing that we are all lacking and nobody is talking about. That is, we have lost meaning in life. We have stopped being happy just because it's life. We are happy on trade. We are happy for that little party, that little drug that you have. You're happy only till then. Next morning you're waking up, again the auto mode comes in and every wrong thing starts playing. We are distracting ourselves with all these travels and all these things that we do, thinking this is life, this is aspirational life, but actually we are struggling with anxiety. Aspiration is coming with anxiety, and to avoid anxiety, we are not dissolving it. We are not understanding the depths of life and our own self. What we are doing is we are distracting ourselves. That is exactly what I did. Whether I got a job, whether I started working as an entrepreneur, going to yoga or meditations, vipassana, or left my house to live in an ashram in South India, all I was doing was running away. From what and whom? My own self, my own stillness. A lot of us in 2026 have a clear goal to achieve. Whether you want to get married, whether you want to build your startup, whether you want to become the next big creator, or whatever wealth you want to generate. The only thing that lacks is creative discipline. But today, my research is complete. Here's my degree. This year, on 12th January 2026, on the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, I got my Masters of Science degree. Here's my thesis. I've completed my research on 250 global knowledge workers across the world. Their confidence is less in their mental health and their future preparation towards artificial superintelligence and whatnot. The thesis is on subjective well-being of the creative class. We are all creative people. We don't work as manual laborers. Anybody who's using the brain to earn their salary by sending out a file is a creator. This is called a comparative cross-sectional study on happiness and satisfaction of knowledge workers. Whole 100-page thesis filled with data, charts, statistics. Also, all the recent artificial intelligence trends, technology trends, and how it's impacting mental health and body of a creative worker, of a creative mind. It also includes how knowledge is accessed by our consciousness, not by any spiritual guy. This is done by Franek in 2011. Everything has evidence, everything has citation of research. In IBM's website, you just type knowledge workers. Peter Drucker coined this term and said knowledge workers' productivity will be the most sought after resource in the 21st century. You know, Singapore did a research before its development. It's called KBUD, Knowledge-Based Urban Development. Creative people who work on laptops, who work with their designs, who work with their mind, need quality of life, need their ease of living. Their mind and their mental health is the most crucial for their mind to produce the work. What is happening with us right now is that we are intellectualizing, we are gathering all the knowledge, but we are not able to execute it. And what is the barrier? The number one and the simple barrier right now is your doom scrolling. Because that is not just doom scrolling, that is exploiting your hormonal health. You're effing up with your dopamine. This year, this YouTube season, this shift on YouTube and this channel is your call, a call for a trial to shift from a dopamine-based life to a serotonin-based life. Now somebody would say, oh my God, dopamine is also necessary. We know that, bro. Research is here. But I am telling you to have this outlook in life. This whole series is about developing an outlook, a narrative towards life for creative people, to access their creativity and maintain their well-being. And all the yoga and vipassanas and meditations were only to keep my mind decluttered and focus on my creativity. So I have prepared a clear one-line statement. Rewire your brain to stop doom scrolling, to become scroll smart, and manifest your creative goals with improved productivity. The question is on your screen. To improve brain's neuroplasticity, Which activity is recommended? A, B, C, D. You can drop your answers in the comment section. See you in tomorrow's episode. You're watching the Kapoor Life. My name is Ashutosh Kapoor. Thank you for listening.